This is grown man business. The kind of swag don't hit a witness. I pull up in a Bentley so quick. I'm dropping them bags, popping them tags. You know how we bless that cash. The grown man biz. The grown man. I said the grown man. I said the grown man. This is how a grown man does business.
The flow is tight, show you right. I'm the one you can say.
For joining us on this Saturday afternoon. You already know what it is. It is your guy, Mr. Everything. I gave myself that title, by the way, the CEO, owner of your radio cast. I'm that for real, though. Okay. Thank you for joining us on the Mirror Review this morning. My guy, Marcus Markel, is once again on vacation. We know how he goes. He's never here. But who's never here, more or less than him, our guy, Josh, the intern. But who's never here than he. Shout out to the other brother, T.R. Tyrone Roberts, out there offshore drilling. So it's just me. Y'all got all of me this morning. And you know what I love about just being me on the Mail Review? I get all the attention. Ain't nothing better for the ladies than a one-man Mail Review, okay? Hey, man, thank y'all once again for tuning in. But on a real note, man, we got a guest in the studio who will be joining me, so I'm really not by myself. I want to introduce my brother, Deondre Williams. Welcome, my brother.
Man, I appreciate you for the opportunity, man. It's amazing, man. You're a funny dude, man.
Am I?
Hey, man, get your boys in the office, in the studio.
I know, right?
Tell them stop being MIA. You know what I'm saying?
You see it too. Cause Dre be looking. You know what I'm saying?
I get it, man. Hey, people got. Hey, I guess they got other things they got to take
I
care
mean,
of. But it's business, right?
Well, it's business, and it ain't like I'm paying them. So,
hey, man, they get to do it wrong.
Yeah, they get the wrong free. Nah, shout out for real. But I think that's the great thing about being a man when you get at a certain point in your life and you are able to actually move around. And I remember a point in my life, bro, where it was a lot of things I wanted to do and I couldn't because I wasn't in a point in my life. You know what I'm saying? Even us meeting years and years and years ago. And, y'all gonna get the backstory, me and Dre, you know what I'm saying, as we talk today about his journey and how we got from where we came from to where we are today. It is a road less travel that many don't want to go these roads. I promise you, you know what I'm saying? But, just at one point in my life, wanting to do things like TR, my partner, man, my business partner, man, my brother, man, him having a birthday party. And I can't even afford to make it there because the financial instability that I was at, that I created for myself, by the way, you know what I'm saying? I'm real big component of being accountable for your actions and where you are. You can't change your life until you address what you got, where you are in your life. You know what I'm saying? So just going from there to where I am now, man, we going to talk about these journeys of just you even being here. Before we kind of like started the show, you was looking at the studio and everything. And man, you was talking about, man, I remember you starting this thing, man.
Where you come from,
yeah.
Man. How far you've come, and it just shows the resiliency that you put into it, the effort that you put into it. And I think with anybody, once you put your hands on something where you feel like you have that passion for something,
right?
You have a choice at that point to either to go all out and make it the best. Because you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we don't nobody on this earth know like the time that we really gonna be here. So why not make the best of the time while you're here, right? To be where you are now, from where I know you started for the most part when we first met, like knowing that you knew you was taught, hey, you spoke it. Whether you wrote it down or not, like there's this thing that we must do in order to make things come into fruition. Other than your faith, you got to write things down and make it happen. And
yes,
I think like it's coming. Like looking at where you are, man, it looks like it's panning out for you, man. And I commend you. I'm proud of you because it shows like, yo, that you putting in that work. So
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. Well, this is what we're gonna do, man. We ain't gonna make the show about me, although I do like making the show about me. You know what I'm saying? Tell everybody who this guy is that's giving me all of this credit, because it's way less deserving of the credit to me than what you actually deserve for where you came from and who you are, bro. So,
Man.
Mr. Phenix,
Yeah.
Deondre Williams. No relation with his last name Williams, by the way, but it's funny how we just became close like that, you know, and we went separate ways. Life did that. And we're here in this moment. So, Mr. Deondre Williams, give your formal introduction of yourself, brother.
Yeah, Deondre Williams, y'all. That's it. Like Mr. Fenix came from a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, a lot of struggle, a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, a lot of struggle. You know what I mean? And I think with just because of life in itself, you know what I'm saying? I created like the image like that we all see, like everybody know, like what is it, the mythological creature, like the Phoenix, right? That's where it comes from. And I just put my own spin on it because of my life.
Right.
And I think a lot of us can do that. We just have to look within. And where I've come today is just it's a testament. Like God is real, and I'm humbled and blessed to say that I'm happy to be here, because there was a time that I ain't even know, like for real what it was gonna look like what my life was gonna look like because of what my past was.
Right.
And it wasn't on the what. Hey, look, if it ain't what y'all think, I want to know. I ain't no thug, I ain't no hood dude.
Right.
But life for me was cancer. You know what I'm saying? So, and I ain't even gonna make it. I'm just gonna give y'all a little bit of what it is, because at the end of the day, we gotta take life for what it's worth. And when I got diagnosed with cancer, now this was in 2017. When I got diagnosed with cancer, it was a scary moment. And I think when circumstances happen for a lot of us, like it puts a spin on our life that we may or may not know how to deal with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So for me, that's what it was. Like I ain't know where the road was gonna lead from me hearing that I got diagnosed with cancer. So where I am now, y'all, I'm proud to say 6 years of being cancer free. Like, man, I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying? If it weren't for God and me being intentional on how I wanted to grow and change my life, then I don't think I'm here today.
Man, I want to circle back a little bit and just say I appreciate you being on a panel. He was one of the panelists for our Conquering Cancer event that we had a few weeks back, and I want to say thank you to you and all the other members that was on the panel that just gave your story. And I think we had a collective, a room full of people with different stories. But at the end of the day, the vision of it, shout out to Sister Felicia over there with New Era Atlanta, the whole New Era Atlanta team, man, the New Era Atlanta family. The idea was celebration of life. So just circling back with my reason behind it, I'm not going to go into my story, but I felt like, me doing cancer awareness events from year to year to year, paused on that around because of COVID, and didn't have time to like repurpose it. So this year became a perfect opportunity. And I didn't even know when I met Sister Felicia, Lady Felicia, that she was going through her bouts with cancer. So once she told me, and I was already preparing, I was like, well, who better to do it with than this outstanding woman that's right here next to me? So prior to the moment I was titling it, Fighting in Pink event, where we would do the same thing, bring awareness, have pamphlets out there, give away things as well. I was doing that with my sister Black, and it was a cancer and lupus awareness. And then she said, well, we're going to call it a celebration of life. We're not going to go into the idea of that we're fighting this anymore. Right. So I appreciate her just for the rebranding of how it should look and be titled. So with the celebration of not look behind it, celebration of life look behind it, where are you now in your life? Because when you was going through that moment, I'm pretty sure, bro, you wasn't like, did they scare you? Did you have a scared period?
Yeah. Like, all right, so I think that's what it is. We go through challenges, and when those challenges hit, again, like we have a moment. It's an emotional moment.
Yeah.
And a lot of times when we're dealing with our emotions, there's clouded judgment, there's anger, there's frustration, there's a lot of things. And for me, initially, it was fear, it was frustration, it was a bit of anger, and then just also confusion.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I didn't have a crazy lifestyle as far as my habits, and when it comes down to eating. Now I'm gonna dig deeper into this accountability. We offline we talked about you said something about accountability,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to come to grips with I'm saying now, like, I didn't have a bad eating habits, but I had some eating habits that wasn't healthy for me that could have caused some of the situation that when it came down to cancer.
Right.
Like, that's just on some real stuff. Like, we got to hold ourselves accountable on some of the stuff that happened to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we are sometimes a problem,
Bro.
and if we don't assess, we ain't gonna realize it. If you ain't got no circle that's gonna tell you about yourself, you ain't gonna find out that you need to even assess in that fashion.
Man, we were eating a lot of them wings at Dudley's.
Oh no, we was going in. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. To this day, hey, I still got a crypt, like them wings. And wings is my kryptonite. I promise you. So again, it's not about
killing the wings at the club, bro. Alcohol and you know what? Be honest with you, because I'm at that point in my life, where shout out to my brother Quick, who was on here a few weeks ago, and we was actually watching the interview before this was started, where he was talking about this, what he said, the rock star lifestyle that he was leaving, the sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You know what I'm saying? So, and we're talking about, our way of life. So I'm seeing everybody around me have a life-altering situation happen where it caused me I stopped, I was smoking Black and Miles. I stopped smoking Black and Miles on my son's birthday in 2016, 2017. I stopped smoking cold turkey, okay? Because I was like, well, damn, everybody around me is having some kind of physical ailment about themselves. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at it, these are the people that I partied with. These are the people that I ran the streets with, and it, just like you said, it comes down to how we live our life. So I'm circling back like, shoot, I'm out drinking every night, just on the go and not really taking care of ourselves.
Sound like you made a decision, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
and I'm still, because it ain't like I put down stakes.
No, but it was
but it's the change of everything you do or the balance of.
Right, but that's my point. It doesn't matter. Like, there are layers, right? There are levels to anything that we do. So it started with a decision from you wanting to stop smoking Black and Miles the way that you were smoking Black and Miles.
Heavy.
Right? So you did it cold turkey. But again, there was levels. It's first Black and Miles.
Mm-hmm.
That was a decision.
Yes.
The next thing, whatever you choose,
less alcohol.
It can be alcohol. It can be steak. It can be pork. Whatever you choose, it's still that's just that next phase of your life that, okay, you're realizing that this is how my life is becoming because of whatever type of food. All right, I'm gonna transition to we talking about gut health when it's all said and done.
All right, let's go into that. And the whole thing is just teaching people.
That's it. Like, I'm trying to give people a perspective that we got to realize, again, it's accountability. Like, yeah, I had cancer and I was upset and angry and like pissed at everybody and everything moving, but it was because of some of my own bad habits that I had.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't sit here and be frustrated with you, mom and them, uncle, for what? I made a decision to eat certain foods. Now, it is, better, you do better.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? At least you should, right?
Yeah.
Once I got developed or got diagnosed with cancer and I started doing more of the research, it was, all right, these types of foods was creating or causing the problem. Now, prior to having cancer, I didn't know that certain types of foods or certain types of habits that I had was causing a problem or developing some kind of disease inside of me. I ain't know nothing about it. I was ignorant to a lot of that stuff. But
so what are some of the things? So once again, I want people to know, because some people are probably doing something right now. They probably put it in their head to put down whatever they're doing right now.
All right, I'm gonna start with steak.
God damn it! Didn't I just shit?
So look, I'm gonna be real with you. So, and I'm gonna be real with you. I gotta start there because I'm gonna tell you what. All right, we gotta pay attention to our bodies. We gotta pay attention to our bodies. I'm gonna start with steak. Steak is red meat. All right, I'm starting there because I'm saying like I see your face, bro, and then look, somebody probably looking at this. Somebody probably looking at this right now like, ho. He about to start talking about steak. Listen, y'all, I promise you, I ain't here to shame nobody. I'm just trying to give y'all a perspective of like pay attention to how the steak make you feel.
Yes.
Like I stopped eating steak over 20 years ago.
Right.
Because I don't like how steak make me feel.
I did say if we're gonna go with red meat. Yeah. And I said, shout out to my guy Light Worker Wayne. I said to him on the show 2 weeks ago, I said I ate my last steak for the year. Because I'm knowing that these are some of the things, red meat that I got to cut back on. And this year I went steak crazy because we went on the cruise last year. And we had that steak it was on my birthday. Then we went on a cruise and I had the most juicy, immaculate steak. Oh my God.
And it looks so good. Steak. Yeah. And then it created that craving. Oh my God. And you was, and it was, they cooked it just the way you wanted it. Everything, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing. It ain't, I'm saying y'all, ain't nothing wrong with eating some steak from time to time. I just know how steak make me feel. And the consumption is the problem. You got folks out here eat steak every weekend. You got folks eat that stuff ain't digested through your system yet, bro.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying? So we got to be mindful of what we put in our bodies. That's the whole when it's all said and done. So you got steak, too much red meat, obviously pork. Like we don't supposed to be eating that stuff, right?
Right.
And processed foods. And I got so much heat by saying processed food. You don't know that processed food. Okay, you tell me name a vegetable that's sitting out right now that's going that if they don't tamper with it, it's gonna sit there. It's gonna
Yeah. Hey, we got a comment on the stream. Dalton, the producer, proud of Deondre. He has a powerful story losing his mom. Rest in peace, Sister Carol, man. And grandma, man, and fighting cancer while trying to plan his mother's funeral, man. Hey, Dalton, can we get to the story, brother? God damn. Hey, man, he went.
That's my guy.
Stop wrapping the show up before we unwrap the package,
That's
brother.
My guy, man. What's up, man? Hey, let me tell you about him real quick, man. This guy here, so I met him, and I'm telling you this because, again, it's about like self-development, personal development. And a lot of the stuff that we do is we got to start from somewhere.
Right.
And I met this guy here, man, Dalton, man, my boy. I met him at one of the jobs that we worked at, and we hated it, bro. But during that time, we was doing our own individual self-development.
Yes.
And then once we met each other, it was like, we think alike.
Mm-hmm.
And we started connecting even more and more. So we surrounded ourselves, we started putting ourselves in position to live a certain lifestyle. And he gave me some game on certain things that helped me during my journey. You know what I'm saying? So surround yourself with a group of people, man. And I think a lot of that is gonna help a lot of people, you know what I mean, survive some of the stuff that we go through.
So kind of like, let's go at that angle, man. Like, circling back to what I was saying about how we met out at Black Cheers and we kind of like became like a family of sorts, every week it'll be me talking to you, shout out to King Man, or me talking to anybody, and we would all just meet out there. And over time, we all went our separate ways, right?
Yeah.
I think I made a personal choice to separate myself from everybody. I found myself not focusing on me and focusing on small moments that didn't mean a damn thing in a bigger scope of what I need to set forth for myself.
Right.
What changed to you? Were you already transitioning away from where we were then before your diagnosis, or did that just push forth a reason for you to kind of like change your environment, change your moves? What's up?
Yeah, around that time, I can't say I was all the way transitioning. It was a lot going on at that time too. I was going through a crazy breakup. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying? So I did need to separate myself, but I did it backwards. If you think about it, like I before I met you, I was I was always at the crib or I was always in sports. I coach
Mhm.
football, so I was
Yes.
always doing something outside. I ain't go out a lot. So
Right.
once that transition happened, it was like, all right, cool. I met y'all, and then the prior to cancer, it was I started realizing I need to get myself on track.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I end up having my son, which is 14 now, big boy.
Boy, you getting
Yeah,
old. You
yeah,
getting old.
yeah. We out here growing. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I think I did have to start paying attention to where I wanted to go because kids, and I already have a 22-year-old too now. So don't get me wrong. It's not that like I'm saying that my son was the only person that helped me make the change in my life. I'm just saying that okay, I had to really put life into perspective. This is before I realized I had cancer. So it
Right.
was that once cancer came, now things took a completely different turn. I forcefully removed myself when cancer came. I enjoyed the atmosphere. I enjoyed going out and hanging out with everybody.
Right.
You, my brother, you know what I mean? Mom's was there. But then I found out what? Mom's got sick.
Yes.
Um, then my grandma died. This is all in
Oh,
2017,
yes.
y'all.
Same years. Yep.
So my grandma died. 20 days later, my sister died. That's two pills that's hard to swallow in less than a month.
Yes. Man.
But we Southerners, bro. Like grandma was Sunday dinner grandma.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like we
Yeah.
every Sunday we meeting at grandma house to have a lovely meal. I love my grandma, right? Like, hey, let's go to the store. Everybody got that grandma or that mama.
Yeah.
Let's go to the store and grab a few things.
Mm-hmm.
What we come out with? The whole stove.
Everything.
The whole stove.
The whole
The
stove.
whole
You got to
stove.
get this seasoning, but since you're the seasoning now,
Yeah.
you got to get this seasoning too.
Yeah.
But shit, I got to get this.
So with everything going on, so now I started after I lost my sister and then hearing my mom. I ain't gonna lie, I did pick up the bottle a little more. I ain't gonna say I turned into an alcoholic,
Right.
but I started drinking a little more, and then because I didn't know where life was gonna be. Because at the end of the day, it's like I saw two people that I love dearly lose their life just based on natural thing. My grandma died from dementia, like she had dementia, and my sister had kidney failure. So you
Mm-hmm.
had like just two health issues because my sister, she was diabetic. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? So two health conditions that we had to deal with. Now, mind you, during all that, I found out my mom got cancer. Oh
Mm-hmm.
man, so okay,
That one kind of rocked me
Oh, did
because that
she
rocked the foundation of the look.
them vocals now? Come on,
Man,
what we talking about?
man.
And half of y'all like at the what you say the black cheers.
Yes, black cheers,
Hey,
man.
half of y'all didn't know when we went up there. Didn't nobody know that? Oh, do you Carol son? Yeah, Miss Carol.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then we found out that she had cancer, y'all. It was a whole nother. It was a shift.
It was a shift.
Yeah, it was a huge shift because she put life into a lot of people, bro. Like that. I mean, she was like the mother to the
Yeah.
people at Dudley's.
She was.
Like,
She was.
you know what I'm saying? My mama was she carried the torch for a lot of people that just didn't have it. And she was very spiritual. Mom always used to tell me, hey, stay, read your Bible
Mm-hmm.
and keep your faith high and all those things. So like it was a tough thing going on. And then boom, I found out I had cancer in July.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, man. What, if anything, did you take from your mom that you're taking into life right now that you probably were not aware of? Because parents tell us some things and we don't get it until we get it. What's the one thing that you look back and say, you know what? That's what she was trying to say.
My mama used to tell me, other than like again, I told y'all she was spiritual, so she was like, "Hey, no matter what, you got to maintain your faith, no matter what goes on in your life." My mama was battling cancer. Like you didn't see her frown;
And smiling.
she stayed smiling. everybody knows she lit up a room.
Yes.
So like she taught me for real, like, and I took it for granted sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, because again, I didn't quite understand it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We didn't get it until we got it,
I did,
bro.
yeah, but I ain't gonna lie, I got it. It's unfortunate that many of us get it when something happens in our life, like that causes a shift in the way we live. So we don't. When I got it, it was like, oh, but why did it have to take this to happen? It's kind of like when mama used to tell you. So I'm a little quick story when I was younger. And you know what I mean? Like I got burned. Like you don't know me. I got burned as a 3-year-old. I got burned by hot grease, right?
Yeah.
And our parents used to always tell us what?
Stay
Stay away from the stove.
Stay away from the stove.
Stay away from the stove. You just might get burned. But again, that was a moment. Like, yo, I was hungry. I was a healthy kid. If anybody knows me, I was rather
You want a fat boy, little boy.
was rather chunky. You know what I'm saying? Until I started getting into sports. But that was even then as a youngster, it was like I wanted what I wanted, and that's what happens. We think we want the things that we want until we get burned, even though we know we're not supposed to have it.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a bar.
So
That's a bar. That's a bar.
so we not, and that's a lot of the times we sabotage our life by trying to get something faster than we want it, than we should have it. God has a timeline,
Don't he?
and whether we like it or not, it's gonna be what it is.
Man, and that's kind of like circling around to something that Key 2 said at the Conquering Cancer event, about the life, the beginning and the end. Those are the life and death is the bookmark. There's a beginning and there's an end. At the end of the day, this is going to happen. What are you going to do in between that time, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, so
where's your focus?
So where is your focus? So what's your focus right now, bro? I mean, we got this.
Yeah,
we got Mr.
solutions.
Fenix going on,
Yeah,
and the why me, you know what I'm saying? Why not me shirt? I love it, by the way, man.
Hey, this right here, this version of the shirt was created by Downtown, the producer.
Downtown, man.
Yeah,
Might have to holler,
like
old
this
dick.
version of the shirt, man. But no, this right here was a moment in my life where I was really asking why.
Yeah.
Again, mom, sister, grandma, and then me, cancer. Come on.
Scary.
Why?
Scary.
I was angry. And let me tell y'all, what emotions do, it puts us into a state that we're not even, if you ask me, we shouldn't even put ourselves in, but we're human. So emotions are a part of life.
Mm-hmm.
I was an emotional wreck when all those things were happening. When I got diagnosed, it was, when I was burying my mom, when we were burying my mom, I had to leave the repast to go and have surgery. So I couldn't even really mourn for my mom the right way properly. So it caused me, because of now I'm an emotional wreck. So now it caused me to be angry at the same time. So the doctors got it. You came into the room, you got it. I was angry because so much is going on. Now I get the release because ain't nobody in here to help me deal with this. Now, don't get me wrong. I had family that came through and supported me while I was at the hospital, but that's not what I'm talking about. Those nights that visitation hours were over, no, I'm pissed. So the why me came in those lonely nights because God talked to me like, nah, this has to be you. I'm rushing. Now, my wife was pregnant at the time. Oh yeah, my baby girl, she's sick. Shout out to Skylar. She at the crib right now, probably running the household. But, you know what I'm saying? She at the crib.
Oh, she can do that with you anyway?
Yeah, no.
She do that with you there?
Sometimes.
I think all the time.
Sometimes. But no, like that moment, it was so many things again running through my head. My wife was pregnant, so I'm in the hospital. Now my demeanor, y'all, naturally is I want to make sure everybody's okay. Like that's just my nature. I want to make sure you're good. I got that from Mom Dukes. You know what I'm saying? Like making sure everybody was okay was part of her nature. And I just, by developing that, it's like it kind of just transferred over into me. So I'm at the hospital worrying about my pregnant wife at the crib. If she stresses out, stress to a pregnant woman can possibly, affect the child, right? So I'm worried about still things like that while my wife was handling. Rock solid. She handled things while I was in the hospital.
That's what I want to ask, man, about we were speaking on support
Yeah.
and have that support or the lack thereof kind of like changes the trajectory of our lives. If when we was speaking on things, people that I've worked with and how they were not able to elevate because the support factor behind them, nobody could do nothing by themselves.
Nope.
We be hearing these rapper songs. I did it all on my own. I did it by myself. All me for real. At the end of the day, somebody was behind you that pushed you, supported you, beat your head, kick your ass into bettering yourself, right? So where were you with the support factor or lack thereof? Because it seems like the Deondre that we have right now, you were speaking with your wife, had to be there.
Oh yeah, she
Because,
had
that's because you're smiling thinking about some shit.
to be. Yeah.
You're thinking about something.
Nah, she had to be. It was a lot of support in my corner, like for real. Like a lot of support was there. Like, but when it comes down to the root of it all,
Yeah.
she was the one. She was the reason I even went to the hospital to get checked on with cancer.
Mm.
But what else can I say? Fellas, stop being hard headed. Fellas, get out your ego. I'm being real. I was one. Man, I had hemorrhoids. That's what I told myself. I diagnosed myself with hemorrhoids, y'all. I went to Google like everybody else doing something wrong.
Right.
But when it went away, I was pointing and laughing at my wife, like, yeah, I told you, I fixed myself. Nah, bro. Like, it was a temporary fix, which is what we think, like, it's a Band-Aid that's going to be over there for a moment, and then as soon as it get wet, it comes off.
Right.
Nah, the blood came back heavier. My wife was like, nah, we ain't finna go through that. Nah, you finna go to the doctor. She put her foot down. My wife ain't tough at all, but she put her foot down. Shout out to my wife. She probably watching this, by the way. So, but nah, she put her foot down. And that's why that's why I gotta stick by her no matter what. Like and when I talk about support, she was there. She stood in my corner. She even being pregnant, she came to the hospital and was there by my side when after she made sure the kids got off the bus and went to my mother-in-law's or came to the hospital to visit. It was so with visitation at the time, kids at a certain age couldn't even come up in the room with you. Right. So she had to make sure the kids get off the bus. My pops was supporting me too because he was helping get my wife back and forth to the hospital from time to time because my wife, she didn't want to drive on the highway, y'all. Don't laugh. Don't laugh at her.
I'm gonna laugh.
Don't laugh at her. But on the real, when she did, she did. Like she made sacrifices that I think like that we don't give our wives a lot of the time enough credit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm being real, like she's a part of my foundation. Like my father was in my corner. Let me tell y'all something. I laugh at this moment, like support, right? My pops was there at the hospital, my wife was there at the hospital, and when they wasn't there at the hospital, I told y'all I was dark and angry and mean, right? The doctors kept trying to no disrespect to any doctor, I promise y'all, right? But when the patient don't want something, stop pushing it on the patient.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? With the patient, I told them like, I don't need no blood thinners. They kept trying to push the blood thinners on me, and I ain't want the blood thinners, so they kept pushing. So anyway, I got dark, I got angry, I got mean. Every doctor came in. So guess what they had to do? They called my wife because she was first thing on the list to call. She couldn't control me at the time. I was angry.
Yeah.
They called my daddy. They called my daddy on me, y'all. I was 35 years old. I'm 35 years old. They still calling my parents on me. Like, when the last time?
Because daddy.
Hey, when the last time they called your parents on you? Man?
Well,
I mean, yeah, But I'm
put
just
like
saying.
that. I'm gonna tell you what my story before my parents left the earth. I became the parent. Goddamn. Look, I had to have a conversation with my 80-year-old daddy who was in the streets, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing over there? Well, son, and I got in his ass and I got off the phone like, damn, I just checked my daddy.
Yeah, but
that moment, you know what I'm saying, is an eye-opening moment that I have arrived.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So but you still got to hear the words from him.
Yeah, nah, our parents gonna be our parents, man, no matter what. So, shout your parents out when you get the opportunity,
Yes.
man. My dad, when they call my dad know how to give me that get right. Most of the times the dads do. Like
Right.
he called me up and like, hey man, let them folks get you right so you can come home.
Right.
And y'all, I had two cancers. I thought I was coming home. I had two different cancers. Now, this one, a lot of people were shocked. My dad was even shocked because they told me 4 days, and this is a part of why I thought I was coming. Like I was angry. Like they told me 4 days. They said 4 days you're gonna be home after surgery. You can go back to your life. You be good. First of all, I'm like, bet I can get home to my wife and
Right. Like it's
everything.
just like
Yeah,
that.
like, cool. Nah, it didn't quite happen like that. God said I still got some. You still got some work to do while you're here. We need you to sit down for. I need you to sit down for a minute. And they found another, like it's called carcinoma. So they had another. It's a tumor it was attached near my lungs. Yeah, but one of those blessings in disguise, this type of thing, y'all. It was like one of those. You know how it used to be a cliche saying to me, darling. We say stuff like things happen for a reason. Used to say that a lot, and I used to say it, but I ain't really for real know what that means because at the time, my life was pretty good. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying, toot my own horn. I'm
Yeah.
just being real. Like I ain't have nothing going on in my life that caused me to for real believe and understand the statement until I got a blockage in my system after my first surgery. If you know about cancer, if you know about any type of surgery, let's talk about keloid skin. So if you don't know what keloid skin is, y'all, keloid skin is if you fall off your bike and you get a scar, you don't take care of it the right way, your skin gonna swell up.
Yeah.
Well, they did that to me on the inside though. So I had like keloid type of scars on the inside of my system, and then it caused it to block my pathway to my food. So he had like a needle-sized hole for my food to go down.
Wow.
So which caused my chest to enhance like tremendously, and it caused. Now I didn't take medicine in the hospital that much. Y'all, like the only thing I really took was like the pain medicine. I didn't take none else. I kept refusing everything. But that day, on the fourth day, I was thinking I'm finna go home. So you transition. So we talked about their moments, and then we have to adjust to each moment. You after surgery, you have liquids, and then you have like soft foods, and then you have solids. That's a transition phase to on your way out the door.
Right.
I was happy on my way out the door until solid night came. Ate them solids. I'm feeling good, but not knowing that it's building my chest up. I'm so focused on getting home. I'm not paying attention to my chest. My chest is expanding.
Right.
Come on, man. The pain started hitting. They had to come in and they had to put this NG tube down your nose, down my nose into my stomach and suck all the food out because the scar tissue caused the food not to go down. They sucked the food out, and I had to go into surgery right away. So that's 2 weeks later, I'm back in surgery. So 2 surgeries in 1 month. I was in the hospital from the beginning of September to the beginning of October.
Wow.
So things happen for a reason. They found the carcinoid tumor trapped inside of all that scar tissue. It had no room to grow.
So it expands.
It didn't do nothing, but it got trapped.
Yeah, it got trapped.
Once they removed all the scar tissue, the tumor came out with it. That's when he found it. Oh, we also saw this inside you while we did your second so I'm blessed and thankful that I had scar tissue. How do you think something that was causing you so much pain? Ain't that like I don't know what you call it. Like, what do you call it? I don't know. I just know
a blessing in disguise at the end of the day.
Blessing in disguise.
Like to me.
For a reason.
Right.
I had to stay in the hospital. The scar tissue had to build up the way it built up because carcinoma don't have symptoms that's very open and able to be noticeable, like colon cancer with blood in your stool,
Right.
like colon cancer with fatigue. You see what I'm saying? Those are symptoms. Carcinoma don't have a lot of that stuff. So they wouldn't have known. He said I would have just collapsed one day because the tumor would have just grown. So it had to happen the way that it happened, y'all. So don't take your life as important as it is. Like take every opportunity that you can to live your life to the best of. I used to make a statement. Hey, live life to the fullest, y'all.
Yeah.
That's a true statement. Like we got to live our life to the fullest because you don't know when, we don't know how long we're gonna be here, man. So by the grace of God, I'm here. So remember, y'all, just keep y'all heads up and keep it moving.
Hey man, look here, man. We ain't done talking,
know,
man.
man.
We gonna go on a little break, bro. Soak in this good celebration of life moment, you know what I'm saying, with my brother Deondre, Mr. Fenix. Out here in the streets, man, you know what I'm saying, and just reconnecting with my guy, man, and just understanding it's all about the information to me. It's about the one thing that can be said to somebody to make them say, that could be me.
Right.
Let me think about what I got going on right now. But we're gonna talk about some more stuff. We ain't gonna just make it about this. We gotta talk about things going on in Atlanta. You're ATLing, right?
I'm out here.
We gotta talk about what the hell is going on with your people.
They crazy.
Dwight Howard?
A little bit.
Dwight Howard?
Dwight Howard.
Hey, he won your
Oh man.
No, we're gonna talk about but no, man, I just don't want to make it about this moment. You know what I'm saying? Just getting to know you as a person. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk about our love for music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And what do we see about the culture and some of the things that how it intertwines with Mr. Fenix? Why me? Why not me? And just your whole business and where we're going right now. So once again, man, we're going on a commercial break. Yale Entertainment, Yale Radio Cast, the Mail Review. We will be back in a minute. We got to pay some of these bills, get some of these advertising. Subscribe to the vibe, as my boy Lightworker Wayne says. Subscribe, share the stream, share the link, follow. And you already know what it is. The motto, get the business.
Hey, thank you for tuning in to Yale Radio Cast. Listen, business owners, people that are entrepreneurial in spirit and need to get their business out there, contact Yale Entertainment. We will advertise your company. We will advertise your brands with a listener base that covers the globe. We offer a variety of packages at affordable prices. Call us at 678-586-9241. If you need to email us, you can contact us at yaleent1@gmail.com. If you need to get your business out there, contact Yale Entertainment to get the business.
Hey, it's Pastor Sean with Healing Haven of Atlanta, where we specialize in the healing and development of our young men and our young dads 18 and up. We are a community resource center. We specialize in the healing and development. Young men, young dads, we help you get on your feet. We help you get your job. We help you with leadership development. You have suspended license because of child support. We have fatherhood classes that can help you guys get on your feet, get your license back, whether it is court ordered or voluntarily. Plus, we have wraparound services that are right here in this community to help us with job training and job placement. Y'all can reach us at healinghaven8@gmail.com or reach us on the web at healinghavenatl.org. Come through, come holler at us. Let us be of service to you. Peace.
Hey, this is your boy Mark L., one of the members of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen for the Mail Review right here on Yale Radio Cast. Ladies, are you looking for something special to do for your man? Something to make him feel special, something to show him that you love and appreciate him. You should send him to For Men's Only, right there located in Sandy Springs. This is a men's only salon where he will be pampered. They have barbering services. They also do manicures and pedicures. Also, you can go and visit their website at www.fmogrooming.com if you want to get a look and see the services that they offer. And give them the hashtag The Leg. They will give you a discount off of your services for that day. So ladies, send him to For Men Only. We look forward to seeing you. And as always, the motto is, get the business.
Shout out to my boy, Mr. Nemesis, what he's going by these days. Everybody going by Mr. Fenix in the building, Mr. Nemesis. I'm calling myself Mr. Everything. It just mean we old, y'all. It just mean we old.
Mister, you know, add a little mister. Add a little mister to it, y'all.
Add a little mister to it, man. Once again, back from a commercial break. This is the Mail Review on Yale Radio Cast, Yale Entertainment, in the studio with my guy, Deondre Williams, colon cancer survivor and Atlanta native. Yeah. Right? You know what I'm saying? Born and raised. You know, y'all motherfuckers about to be extinct.
Hey, man.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, I'm not everybody taking over. And now I'm like, it's too many of y'all motherfuckers moving.
Man, you a Florida boy, man.
Y'all gotta stop moving here.
Look, you a Florida boy, man. You know darn well how you came here. You love it here. And look, that's why you came, because You like, I can't be down there with them swamps.
But well, I came to be a father, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to go into the backstory, but I wasn't gonna let my son get raised by himself with. Never mind.
Yeah, I got you.
I just felt like I needed to be present. But at the end of the day, I have family here in Atlanta, so I used to come up here for the holidays or for the summer when I was young, and even speaking it young, and we'll get into that, speaking things into existence. Even as 11, 12, 13, I was like, I'm going to wind up moving here one day. You know what I'm saying? And I moved here at 27. So let's talk about the change of Atlanta, man, that you've seen since, you know, from just the culture. Let's talk about what it used to be to what you see it is now, man.
Man, it's a lot of changes, man. It's crazy because, so, you know, that's just people used to brag, man, like, I'm a Grady baby, right?
Right.
But I'm born in Georgia Baptist. Like, things have changed so much. Georgia Baptist it went from Atlanta Medical to not even existing no more. Like, there are a lot of changes happening around the city, around the state in itself. Like, that we gotta be like the old hoods that we used to, our old stomping grounds, some places that we used to be, don't even exist anymore. If you look at the changes that's going on, even on Moreland over there, like
Moreland changed, man. I used to run that Athlete's Foot that used to be over there on Moreland, and just the environment. It's just
it's a lot that's changed. Like, look over, like, by the drive-in.
Yeah.
Like, what's that? Four Seasons in Thomasville over there. Like, everything's changing. We got so much going on, and finally, now we got over so many millions of people here. I don't know how many people that live here now. Now that we went from, like, all right, so I'm from Ellenwood, like, and at the time it was like I was in Ellenwood, and then it transitioned to like Conley, like that. Like, it's weird, like how I go from Ellenwood to Conley in a matter of whatever. Like, it went, like, they changed our zip code or whatever. So. Like, there's just so much that doesn't happen. Like, South DeKalb Mall used to be a thing.
Yeah, I was a store manager at South DeKalb. Boy, I used to,
hey, Kelly Road.
You know.
Yeah, everybody used to go to Kelly Road. I mean, South DeKalb Mall and hang out and do their thing. Yo, it was a Toys R Us on Kelly Road, bro. It's a police precinct now.
Wow. I haven't been on Canada in a while, man. You know, staying down here in Riverdale, and my life is so embedded in going where my business takes me at the moment that I don't even just get a chance to go even check some of the sides of the cities that I used to even, you know what I'm saying, politic with. So I'd be like, hey, what's going on in South DeKalb Mall? So I went up in there one day and it felt like a ghost town to me, bro.
Like, I think the only thing, I ain't even been there. Like, I've been past it,
man,
but I ain't been in there in a minute. I think the only thing in the mall itself that's open, as far as, like, the food court used to be thick. Like, they had the American Deli, they had the Dairy Queen. I think the Dairy Queen's still there. I know Piccadilly's still there, and Piccadilly like 100 years old.
Yeah.
Like, they still there, but I don't think no other.
I mean, the regular stores is there. Champs is still there. Foot Locker still there, but just that vibe, that Atlanta vibe,
ghost town.
You know. So with the change of scenery, man, and I know, like, when we met, we were both just huge fans of Outkast and the type of music that they was bringing, and just the words and the contents. Who am I, a criminal? You know what I'm saying? And we used to just be, boy.
That's my Andre 3000.
Man, 3 stacks.
And I'm sure people, like, know, if you're an Atlanta native, you ain't even got to be Atlanta native to be honest, yo. Like, you knew of Outkast coming up, Goody Mob.
Yeah.
You knew of folks like that coming up. Like, it was a thing. And, man, you know, like, we'll be in Dudley's, like, talking about rapping Goody Mob. Rapping Outkast.
Hey,
songs.
man, we would do a karaoke, put an Outkast song on.
Outkast songs on. Or I put a quote on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
See who can finish the Outkast line.
Man.
And I'm talking about the tread went. I'm talking about everybody went crazy just adding quotes to a song or lyrics to the song. So Outkast is they my favorite group. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, when it came down to Georgia, as far as the music industry goes, and man, I don't know. I don't think there's a lot. You know what I mean? A lot of people out here right now that's really hit like that.
Right. That's why I wanted to ask, because I think with the driving force behind the Atlanta scene. A lot of it was based behind the music scene, the entertainment side of things, right? So, I think that's kind of like what drove us to the lifestyle that we led. Because I got to be honest, I wasn't never going out doing no girl chasing. I was going out because I wanted to hear the music. I wanted to vibe in the scene with just the sound of Atlanta and the people, you know what I'm saying, and the culture, and I know we're older and that's still going on, but it's a different energy now. And I think a lot of that is because of the change in the scenery. And that would include the music. Do you feel like we were kind of a part of the change of that? Because we were bumping to stuff like Jeezy as well, and a lot of this Ti.
Yeah,
You know,
I hit with Ti all the time. Like I play Ti music all the time.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like to this day. But I think it's just your cycle of life. You know what I'm saying? I think with that time creates change.
mm,
And we have a choice. We talked about choice and decisions earlier, but we have a choice to either try to stay within those times of old or transition to what it's become today.
right,
And whether you like it or not, things are going to change about our history. Things are going to change about what we're used to, and all of that stuff. So that's why I think, in my opinion, I think that's why you don't hear a lot of them. Like I don't listen to a lot of rap music now.
right, right,
You know what I mean?
right.
And I don't know. Again, that could be because we are old. When we were younger, I used to tease my dad like that. What you listening to?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And now my 14-year-old say the same thing to me. Hey, that what you listening to? You see what I'm saying? Like y'all, there's a transition that takes place whether we like it or not. And I'm not trying to like be funny with none of it. It's just you have to accept what comes,
right,
and then you adjust. And I think that's what some people, in my opinion, a lot of us have a hard time of making the adjustment to life, making the adjustment to times. You know what I mean? Making an adjustment in general to things that may change in our lives.
right.
And until we really, really do a serious gut wrenching root work of ourselves to understand, like, yo, hey, it's changing and we can't do nothing about it. So let's just
Right.
adjust with the times.
Right.
Yeah. So
Your adjustment. What's been your adjustment? Past, your diagnosis or whatever.
Yeah.
What's been your life adjustment outside of that?
I just do a lot of personal development to make sure, because so I listen to a lot of podcasts. And so shout out to one of my mentors, and he don't even know he's a mentor of mine, like Eric Thomas. I listened to him heavily. I was in one of his organizations. It was an accountability group
Okay.
called Breathe University. You know what I'm saying? Like they were a part of the growth that I am, or where I've come today, because of times. Like we have to be able to mentally adjust, and I think that's where that organization, that group, helped me do. So I think that's what it is. Like, so where I am now, I just mentally made the shift. I don't entertain certain things
Mm-hmm.
because I know, like, my space needs to be protected.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And if we don't protect our space, we can sabotage our life from being around the wrong group. Environment is big. My environment, or my circle of influence right now, stemming from the accountability group, to listening to podcasts, I have a real small group,
Right. Right.
a real thin group. And it's not that the people of the old, or people in the past, or you know what I mean, they don't matter anymore. It's just that sometimes we outgrow each other. And it's not, I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think, just like a race,
Right.
like some people get there faster or sooner than the next, and it takes other people longer because they're not intentionally doing the things that they need to do. So to win a race, like, you got to exercise, you got to stretch, you got to do things that's going to help you win a race.
Yes.
If you don't do those things, the people that's doing those things are going to beat you every single time.
Because they practice at it. They work at it.
if
They
you don't
dedicate themselves to it.
Right. So, and boxing, Floyd was 50 and 0?
Yes.
Like that?
53, I think. No.
What-
Something like that.
The number is crazy though.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Willette Country Girl Williams. What's going on, sister? For me, it's called Divine Intervention. All right. Also, we got another coming on stream. Shout out to everybody on the stream. Once again, subscribe, like, share this, man. Share this to 2 people is all we asking, because what you learn here may enlighten another person. Nowadays, Atlanta got everybody in it except the people who from it. I told you, you already know what it is.
Yeah.
Y'all are becoming extinct, bro.
Guess where he from?
Where is he from?
Chicago.
Hey, Mark L's from Chicago. Yeah, all y'all imports, y'all gotta go. I've been here since 2001. People say I'm from here now.
Nah, but that's real. Like I think we got to adjust with the time.
Yeah,
I think we grow from there.
Yeah, I can say is with me, it's all about energy, and I don't even communicate with people as much anymore because I can't look. I got to stay focused. So even the time frame, and you said like it's not like you don't even deal with those people anymore, but I got to be on this lane of progression, and I get petty on Facebook a little bit still for the fun,
it's entertaining.
Little, tongue in cheek humor, you know what I'm saying? But at the
Facebook
end,
literal now,
shit,
it's supposed to be entertainment. On Facebook. We take too serious.
Yeah,
go ahead.
And it's like I see the phone ring, and I'm like, how's this conversation going to go? And if I feel like this may not be even mentally enlightening, energetic, or positive, I got to hit this person back later because I'm in a certain space right now. Yeah. And I don't want to hear, bro, I'm mad at this person because fill in the blank when the underlining moment in that conversation is, well, what part did you play? Because until you're ready to be accountable for this angered moment you're in, I don't want to even talk about it because my conversation is going to be, well, your fault is, we can't be victims. Okay, so, hey, man, this happened to me, but guess how I turned it around? That's the conversation I need to have.
Solution based.
Yeah,
how we gonna fix it? You know what I'm saying? Like me and my partner had a conversation about that before. Like, okay, we're so focused on the problem, but you did this to me, but this, and what about, okay, all right, I get all that.
I'm tired of victims, bro.
What? Ooh, victims.
I'm tired of victims.
Playing the victims, but what you do to add in on what's going on. All right, okay, so what's the solution now?
There we go. Even if you play, because everybody plays a part, but even if you didn't do anything wrong, you could be a true, actual victim of it. But how long are you going to stay in this dark space? Back to your story.
That's what I'm saying.
Because of what happened.
I had to decide to get up out of there. I was doing the woe is me for a long time. And people say like, yeah, but you can mourn. I ain't saying I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's how long that we decide to stay in mourning. I was intentional by doing the root work. I was intentional by seeking out accountability groups. I was intentional by making sure I'm surrounding myself with people that's like-minded so that I can get out of that woe is me mentality. If I'm not intentional on doing those things, how am I expecting to get myself out of that situation?
Right.
So hence falling into a deep depression. You got folks that stay in depression and choose to stay there.
Let me ask you, man.
I'm saying, like, you choosing, like, at some point, it's a choice of yours to stay where you at. Like, if you live in the hood and you don't like living in the hood, get out the hood.
I think people gonna make an excuse for that too. Well, everybody don't got it easy.
That's not
my life.
But you brought in life ain't easy. I didn't say life was easy. I'm saying do something about your hard life.
Right. Sometimes I had a conversation with my son Devin Williams. Shout out to you. There's a lot of Williamses going on around here.
Williams is a common name, but if you're a Williams, shout out to Williams. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Williams.
Shout out to Williams. And all y'all cool. Y'all all right, but
shout out to Williams.
I'm having a conversation with him about a situation that he's having, you know what I'm saying, where he's residing right now. And at this point, I was like, so you decided to stay there. I said, you want to get out of there, you got to do more. I mean, you're going to work and you're doing good at your job. And, you're in this program to be trained for a manager, but you have to do more. Mm-hmm. If you don't like the situation that you in, just doing it ain't enough.
The bare minimum ain't going to cut it.
Even maximum don't cut it these days. You got to go overdrive. what more plus what you have to add on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? A truck sometimes have 2 trailer loads attached to it because it has to deliver more.
Yeah, if you ain't no truck driver, it's called a double.
Yeah,
You
a
know what I'm
double.
saying? That's
Yeah,
called
yeah,
a
yeah.
double.
You
ain't
know,
no truck
I'm
driver.
account manager at UPS, and I got to unload them. I got to check them doubles in all the time. Boy, why the truck drivers are mad? All this money they get, bro.
Hey, I'm a truck driver. But, hey, we ain't mad.
Shit.
Y'all be making us mad. Look, it's y'all fault. Look, if you're a 4-wheeler out there, I blame you. I don't blame the truck drivers. Shout out to the truck drivers out there. Y'all out here moving this freight. You know what I'm saying?
I had my supervisor, Mr. Williams. The truck driver won't give me the keys so I could cut his truck. I walk down there. Nigga, who the fuck are you? You like you? Oh, man. Yeah. I said, dude, we just trying to get you on your way. Y'all in my way.
Yeah. Shout out to the angry truck drivers that was on the road for all that time that's just in traffic and fighting all the people that was cutting them off. And so now you're mad by the time you get to the delivery spot. Yeah.
And now I got to play with that boy.
Yeah. Nah, it's a part of it. But, nah, man, it's funny how it is, man. But your space, your mental space, your like all that matters. And like along the way of all the things that's ever happened to me, like specifically in cancer, or it's just life has this way of making it's a fight.
Yes.
It's a fight. And if you're not doing what you're supposed to do to get out that fight or to win the battle, then what you gonna do? You're gonna lose, right? That's on. I ain't even trying to get. I ain't going deep. It's just you win. We're wins or losses.
Wins and losses. That's what life's about, you know.
Wins and losses.
Wins and losses.
And sometimes you're gonna take a loss, and then it's not about focusing on the loss. It's how you deal with that loss. I had to start thinking about I had to stop thinking about cancer and start thinking about what I'm gonna do about the fact that I had cancer. Like, what am I gonna do now? And now I'm here where I'm where I am now, and growing and being and developing as a speaker, and my family is growing, and like everything is just moving in the upward direction. And it's just because I've been doing the intentional and putting myself in position, aligning myself with the right people.
There you go.
Continuously listening to motivation and positive energy. And I can't leave out God. And I'm saying, like, the faith that I have and the power that God has to change our lives is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta start giving God more credit. And I'm a victim of that. I ain't gonna say a victim. I'm a problem of that too. I had a problem with that too. Like, I didn't give God enough credit.
Ooh.
I'm just being real. Like, I didn't. I was angry with God when I got cancer. All that stuff that happened in 2017, I was pissed. I told you I was angry at everybody. And then one person I was angry with also, or being I was angry, was God. Like, God took 3 important people in my life as if nobody in this world was going through something. Yeah, life happens to everybody. It's called life. I had to understand that, and I had to come to grips with, okay, well, yeah, so now that all that happens, what you finna do about it?
There you go.
But I had to focus on God, and the more and more I do that, it seems like things are starting to go in the right direction. So pay homage. You know what I mean? Give credit where credit is due.
Give God his flowers.
Yeah. He got a lot of them too.
He got a lot of them.
He got a lot of them. But
hold up. He giving us the flowers. We don't even receive them.
Yeah. Well, we don't even want the flowers that he giving us. You worried about? I don't like tulips. I don't like tulips. I don't like red roses. I like pink roses.
Daddy lying.
Hey, take the flowers and go about your business. Yeah, God take everything you give him. Why don't you take what he? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. What's that to be? But it's
business. Oh shoot! Yeah, I gotta make a call. So with that said, we got a lot of things in place for you. You're working with kids now, right? Your business is in development, or where are we at with what this has turned in for you?
So I deal with kids, but I deal with kids so I coach youth football. So I think that's that's where it stops when it comes down to kids, because I know, like, when it comes down to being in the community, I just enjoy that part.
Right.
Again, there are levels. I enjoy that level, dealing with kids, to be able to speak with kids, talk and coach and help them, because, like, back in the day, there was a saying, like, it takes a village I don't think people understand that anymore. I don't, because nowadays you get parents that say, "Hey, don't touch my baby. Don't say nothing to my baby.
I hate
Don't."
that.
You know what I'm saying?
This
But at the end of the day,
you about to hit a
yeah. At
point
the
with
end of
me.
the day, that village, we got to stay close to that, because
Let me
that's what we
speak on
build.
that. Let me speak
Yeah.
on that. And I'm going to speak to the mothers. This is the male view, so it's conversation from a male perspective. Ladies, listen to these men when we're saying that we are president. We want to be present in the lives of kids. We got a man here talking about that whole thing, and we circle back to that. The whole "it takes a village" thing, right? You know what I'm saying? So this is what I see, and I'm not directing this directly at ladies, but they're more so the care providers of the child, right?
For the
You
most
know, we
part,
are
yeah.
dealing with most part women as the single parents. So please kill the true toxic culture of "don't say anything to my child." Kill that. Because what has happened is you let little Day Day at 4 years old, nobody can talk to little Day Day.
Yeah.
Little Day Day at 12 years old, nobody can talk to him. Now we got Day Day at 16, and you're saying, "Hey, somebody come help me with my son." Don't nobody want to help this knucklehead. Look, right now, we've been trying to be there. So you working with kids, what how have
Yeah.
that you been an influence?
I've helped, and so in the city of Covington, a lady by the name of Shannon, I think it's Fry or Faye. Shannon, her name is Shannon. She's the intake officer for the juvenile system in Covington. So I've helped out there. I reached out and I did some volunteer work. I had about 5 or 6 teens, boys that I helped out with just getting their lives on track before they lose themselves to the system. And my approach was, all right, I get that y'all want me to help the teenager, right? Well, let's find out what the root of the problem is. The root comes from, a lot of the time, from their environment. It's a lot of unhealthy homes with how they deal with their kids. So a lot of the times, again, you said single moms and lost their teenage, like little Day Day when aged. Now little Day Day that turned 16.
Yes.
Now mama can't control little Day Day no more. And that's hence is why we got juveniles acting the way that they act from time to time. You know what I mean? Again, ladies, he said it's not a shot. It's just the facts are the facts. The reality is the reality. If we don't allow the village to help and maintain a some kind of level of control, we're gonna continue to lose these boys and some young ladies to the streets. And we have a choice to either do something about that now, or we can wait and allow it to fall what we talking about, victim mentality.
Yes.
Now my
Yes.
baby, now your baby don't deserve this kind of treatment, when we could have been fixing the issue all
Right.
along.
Right.
So what can we do moving forward? I'm gonna continue to do what I do in the community and help with these teens. I'm working on reaching out to local schools to see if I can, high schools
Okay.
and middle schools, to see if I can go ahead and go and be some like a mentor inside of schools. So if you're out there and you know what I mean, you want to reach out, you can reach out and we can kind of tag team or whatever to get hold of this community of these this young generation
Right.
that's losing it every day. You know what I mean? We lose a lot of our kids every day. So men specifically, we also got to step up to the plate.
We do. I want to take this time to give a shout out to my partnering businesses. If you are looking for any support, along with our brother Deondre right here, my guys from Healing Haven, they have an event coming up. I want to give a shout out to I Am a Father First, Keith Lewis and his business, Dr. Frank with Force of One. People, brothers, these programs are here. So if you are interested in doing some form of support for the community, also my people with New Era Atlanta,
Shout out to New Era. You know what I'm
man.
saying?
So I'm saying, my Dr. Travis Barber. One more question. It's so many things out here, right here, based in Atlanta. We're talking about the culture of Atlanta, and we're talking about what it used to be to the change. We got, unfortunately, help is not going to knock at your door. you have to go to where that help is. It's like we were saying about music, and I think that old school Atlanta sound is still here. It's just not here put in our face anymore. We got to go find it. So the same thing is with support. You got to go find support sometimes. You know, support ain't gonna come to you. It may be placed in your hand, and sometimes you could ignore that call.
Yeah, so check it out. Like, and that's the thing. I think that's some accountability thing too, though. Like, we want support, but when the support comes, we don't want the support.
Yeah, because it might tell you you're wrong. It might tell you're not doing it right. We are in a very different society saying, hey, I sit down with brothers all the time and say, hey, darling, you need to do this differently. Your look can be upgraded. This is kind of slacking. Your leadership should this, or you should have said this. And I had to say, you know what? I could be mad about it. Or I could say, you know what? I had a guy named Tony Four who has been a mentor of mine. Shout out to the Uneducated Entrepreneur podcast we was working on coming into development. And years ago, when I got pushed into account management or supported into account manager, I was angry at how people were coming at me, not understanding you're at a new level now.
Yeah.
Take everything on as a challenge. Nobody wants to take everything on as a challenge. They want to already be told that they're great, that you're doing it right. And you're not. If you're already told you're doing good at free throws and you're only shooting 30%, well, goddamn.
You got an issue there, buddy.
You got an issue.
You got an issue there, buddy. Like,
so that's where we are, man. You know, people don't,
So perspective.
Yes.
You know what I mean? We got to understand perspective. Like, and in order to understand perspective, we got to be able to listen more. I've always heard, like, you got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So you listen more than you speak. And in order to understand perspective. So if I don't have all the answers, but if somebody's coming to me with that might have some information that I'm not hip to, I need to listen to it, to hear it out before I judge the situation, before I judge the individual, before I get upset, before I get emotional on whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I need to be able to hear him out or her out,
Yes.
so that I can get a clear understanding why he or she thinks the way that they think.
Right.
Going back to why we have to make sure we're paying attention to where these kids think. Again, I told you one thing about it. I had to get to the parents first before, when I'm dealing with teens. I have to get to the parents. Find out why the kids are rebelling in the families now. And then you go to the parents' household. A lot of times they just want to get these kids away because they need a babysitter.
Mm.
You still want a babysitter for a 16-year-old. Mom, Dad, we got to do the work at the crib. Hey, shout out to the teachers out there. Yo, y'all doing y'all thing. Parents, we got to do more sometimes. Like you mad that the teacher ain't. Your teacher got your kid for what, 6 to 8 hours a day, and then you mad because they come home with extra work. No, you got to do the work at the crib too.
It is not the teacher's job to make sure that your child is smart. It is the teacher's job to actually give the tools for your child to use to become smart. And I know this because my sister was a teacher, and look, all my work came after school. How dare I have a sister that's a teacher and don't realize that at home I'm in them books at 12 o'clock.
It's a mindset, though. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, practice. We were just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? That going above and beyond, brother.
Yeah, it's a mindset. We just got to. Here's the thing. A lot of us know better, but it goes back to we just got to do it, man. We got to do more than what we're doing if we want better.
Okay.
If we want better for our kids, we got to do better. We got to do more. And that's what I'm doing. I'm reaching out to the community of people, of kids. If you're a teen, you need help with your teen, you reach out to me. All my information, I'll get all the information to you. But either way it go, there's a cost. Either way it go, like there's a cost to not doing what you're supposed to do for your child. I have a 22-year-old, and I've always told her, and I do this for all my kids, but she's the adult now, one of the adults, and I tell her, like, even though you're 22, I'm always continue to help guide you the best way I know how. If I don't know it, I'll figure it out to help you continue to gain a edge, or just to continue to be an impact as a father.
Right.
So that when you might get lost, I got you. You see what I'm saying? And we just need that. If we continue to support our kids the best way we know how, And if you don't know, go and find the information. Darling said, we got to go and seek out the right information to be able to help these kids and to help our family, to help ourselves.
Yeah.
So
it starts in your household, brother, man. You said that shit. Well, I appreciate you, man. Once again, man, this is my God, man.
Yeah.
Rise of the Phoenix.
Rise of the Phoenix, man. We all got that Phoenix inside of us,
Yes.
y'all. So find it within you. And all it is just another version. Man. If you got the other version of yourself inside of you and you know that it can come out, do what you got to do for it to come out. If there's a push, my push was cancer.
Right.
Unfortunately, it had to be something bad, but it happened.
Right.
My push was that. Your push might be something else.
I'll tell you,
whatever
man.
that thing is, find it within you so that you can go out and have an impact on your life and the other lives.
Man. Y'all heard the words from a great man, Deondre Williams. Once again, man, thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Thank you for coming in and dedicating your Saturday with your boy.
Hey, man.
It's a lot of Williamson going on in the building today, okay? Y'all got all this knowledge, not from me, but I was here too. I said something, man. Once again, I want to give a shout out to the brothers who are not here, but they are here in spirit, man. I want to give a shout out to TR, my brother Mark L, my guy Josh, the intern. Once again, we're talking about resources. We're talking about development. We're talking about family, man. You realize where you are, man. You're looking at two guys here. And I could tell you from 2009, 2010 to where we are now, we are totally different men. Development is continuous. You never reach your plateau until you out of here. So where you even see this guy at right now, it is so much more to come. Wherever you see me at right now is definitely more to come. You know what I'm saying? But we are definitely, I know I am in line with a path. We are all given a path in life. I call it walking in my purpose. Yeah. And we men first. Before there is a Yale Entertainment, Dylan Yale, there's Dylan Williams. Before there's a Mr. Phoenix, there's a Deondre Williams. We are men first. And I think this is what people need to understand, that we come into who we are and who we are supposed to be. I was told by one of our guys back then, I'm going to say his name, but he said, man, I told these people to use me, but don't misuse me. And I think that's where we are, man. So I want you to tell everybody where they can follow you at, man. We're going to get out of here. I'm going to let you have your day. I know you got a lot going on, brother.
You can follow me on Instagram, Deondre_Mr. Phoenix. Facebook is just Deondre Williams. And my website is IamMrPhoenix.com. So those are my platforms. And I'll be out here, man. If you want to reach out, you can reach out to me either way. DM me if you got any questions, if you have any feedback. If you need somebody that needs some uplifting because they're going through a tough time.
All right.
That's what I'm doing. That's what I go through. That's what I do. I just enjoy helping people. So again, thank you, man. Like, again, we brothers from another mother,
man.
I appreciate you for allowing me to come and share and to be a part of this opportunity. Hey, I'm honored.
Hey, man, and I want to say I apologize, man, for not being around as a brother like I could have been. I think our lives took us where it was supposed to go, but we're here now. Yeah. And I would love to welcome you. I got this thing called the Leg, which is the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Where I work with my brothers and we do some things within the community. And I want you to become one of the members of the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. We have a leg conference coming up real soon. And the purpose is to align people to see that us as Black men, aside from what you want to believe, we're going to give you the true vision that we are doing things here within the community. And I'm officially assigning you to the collective, bro. I don't give a damn what you told me.
There you have it, y'all.
It's called voluntold these days.
He didn't ask me, but told me at the same time. There we go.
Voluntold. So, man, appreciate you coming in.
Yeah, man.
This is a great episode, great words, man. Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in to the Male Review Podcast, the flagship show of Yale Radio Cast. Shout out to my boy Lightworker Wayne. Shout out to Sean Shin, and we got some other people coming for y'all all is well, man. Going into 2024, we are going in heavy. We're ending the year with the reason for the season campaign that we're going to be serving the community for the holidays on December 9th and December 10th at Healing Haven of Atlanta place of business. The flyer will be posted on the website, so follow us on everything. If you want to support us by giving donations to support that's anybody that's you feel is underprivileged and you want to assist with providing them just a smile for the holidays, man. We come from a background where we might not have had to get everything as we saw other people get. You know, we couldn't only get for so much because we didn't have it. You can put a smile on somebody's face, and we would love for y'all to support us in this goal. Shout out to my brother once again, Teron Roberts. This is his developed event, and we had such a great response last year with over 70 toys was given to us with over 20 gift cards, and we donated those to the community. So that's what we got coming up December 9th and December 10th. Please support us, join us. And in February, we're turning back around with the 2024 LED conference. So what we got going on here does not stop. Does not stop. And all we need is just a like, a subscribe, and an eye to be aware of what we're doing, man. Once again, thank y'all for tuning in to the Mail Review. We're going out. Y'all already know what the motto is. It is get the business. Holla.
This is grown man business. The kind of swag I'm here to witness. I pull up in a Bentley so quick. I'm dropping them back.